Just such a humble brag. I accidentally made this really good recipe. So, you know, these things just happen. What's up, guys? It's Kat and Deb from Two Market Girls. Welcome back to another vegan recipe. Today, we're doing something very nice because we're giving you three recipes again.
Yeah, 3 super simple, super delicious recipes. And it's the final recipe in our tie-up of June recipes. So it's Canada Day weekend. So happy Canada Day to everybody.
Yay!
Because it's Canada Day weekend, a lot of things are probably closed certain days. So we wanted to keep these recipes super simple so that you can make something with probably ingredients you have on hand already, or they're super flexible recipes so that you can just sub in for things that you have.
They're also very easy to make in small batches.
Yes, because we know that not everyone's necessarily going to parties that are like 30 people and need to make dozens of cookies. We are definitely not. Like, often I just hang out with a couple friends and you don't want to make like 20 cookies in a batch because you're only having 4 people over. So we made some nice small batch desserts and kind of really simple because you don't want to be in your kitchen too long. 2 of them aren't baked because you don't want to turn the oven on when it's hot out. And also you just like, they're very fresh and like vibrant because it's summer.
Yay! Okay, so what kind of dessert did you make today?
So 3 different desserts. We did a almond butter and jam cookie, kind of like a thumbprint cookie. And then we also did a Thai basil berry yogurt plate type thing.
It's art.
It's art.
It's straight up art.
And then finally we did a raw brownie bites.
Different kind of art.
Before we get into the recipes, before we get into the recipes, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I think we're kind of heading into a more simple route with our recipes, which I'm liking.
Yeah.
We're like embracing the simplicity of recipes now. Everything's not too complicated, and I think I really like that now.
Because it's how we are like in real life.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm like finally embracing the I should just cook what I eat type stuff. And honestly, this yogurt plate that we're about to show you how to make, I've been eating every day for the last like month. So for breakfast, not for dessert.
So if you're into simple vegan recipes that are delicious, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our future recipes. And let's go show you how to make these ones.
To make our almond butter and jam cookies, we are going to start by mixing a little bit of almond butter with some almond milk together, along with some rolled oats. Once you get that nice smooth consistency that's starting to look more like a dough, we're going to add in some chocolate chips, and then using a cookie scoop, we're going to scoop this dough onto a lined baking sheet. And with that cookie scoop, we're just going to press it down a little bit and then push in the center so that creates kind of almost like one of those thumbprint cookies. So it creates a little kind of slope in the center of the cookie. In that centerpiece, we're going to add about a teaspoon of jam. We're using sour cherry jam, but you can use any jam that you want. Then we are baking that in an oven preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 17 minutes, depending on your oven. Once they're nice and golden brown and starting to look a little crispier, they are ready. To make our Thai basil berry yogurt plate, we're going to actually make nothing for this. It's more just like combining really good flavors together to create this kind of new dish. So for this, we are simply going to combine on a plate. Now this one I like to make a little prettier because it's super simple and there's nothing to it, like there's no making in it at all. So I like to make it a little fancier, but you could honestly just kind of add this to a bowl and make like almost a parfait out of it if you want, but I'm just going to show you how I prefer to serve it. So we're going to start off with some soy yogurt. You can use any non-dairy yogurt that you prefer. You know, there's coconut and almond out there. I just kind of like the taste of soy better, which is why I use soy yogurt. But we're going to do just some soy yogurt on a plate, and then using the back of the spoon, just kind of spread it across the plate so you get this kind of like, it's gross, but skid mark. And then on top of that, we're going to add some crunch. So you can choose whatever you want to add. My preference is some shreddies along with puffed quinoa. If you prefer to do maybe granola or something like that, or nuts, you can add that to the side, but I kind of just pile that onto the yogurt in the side of the plate. And then we're gonna add your choice of fruit. So I really like doing berries, so I usually go with blueberries or strawberries or something completely different, mango. But you can choose whatever fruit here you want and just kind of place it artfully around the plate. Then we are going to sprinkle on some Thai basil. Now it could also be known as cinnamon basil in certain grocery stores, so if you can't find something called Thai basil, look for cinnamon basil. It's got this awesome kind of dessert-like flavor to it that's gonna add this really nice fresh pop to this plate. And I just kind of sprinkled it across, along with a drizzle of maple syrup, of course, for some extra sweetness because the yogurt that we use is not sweet at all. And then last but not least, we added just a nice sprinkle of shaved chocolate, dark chocolate preferably, to the top to just add a nice little extra element. And finally, to make your raw brownie bites, you're going to throw everything into a food processor. I love these desserts so much. So we're going to add some pecans to a food processor and just pulse them a couple times to break up so that they're in kind of smaller pieces. Then we're going to add 2 medjool dates. You want to make sure to remove the pit from those before you add them to the food processor. And then we're also going to add some maple syrup, some cacao powder, and a little bit of vanilla, and then just pulse that until it combines and you get a nice consistency, and that when you push it together, it sticks together. That's how you know it's done. And then you just form that into balls and serve. Okay, let's try them. Which one would you like to try first?
I want to try the yogurt one first because I always see you eating it and I've never gotten to try it.
Now, this one I really like because it's so customizable. Basically, the only things that I think you should include on this are the Thai basil because it just makes it. Yogurt, obviously, but you can choose which yogurt you use. And the maple syrup. Everything else, like the crunchy bits, you can choose whatever crunchy bits you want. Granola, nuts, fruit, you can choose whatever fruit you want. Chocolate, if you don't like chocolate, you don't have to put chocolate on there, but who doesn't like chocolate? I love it.
Whoa. That Thai basil.
It's so good.
It's so interesting.
Do you like it?
It's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be, even though there's not that much sweet stuff on it, really. I do like it.
Yeah, I like it because, and that's why I also eat it for breakfast a lot because it's not that sweet. But it's also fresh enough and like fruity enough to be a dessert.
This is lovely.
It's a nice light way to end a meal, I feel like.
It is. This is pretty good yogurt too. What's the brand?
I think it's from France.
Oh, French yogurt.
I don't think it's pronounced so jade.
Well, it says so jade. But that's not how you say it.
Yeah, I think it's from France. I got it at like a local vegan grocery store here, Good Rebel. They like imported it from France. And I really like it because it's kind of got a nice thick consistency that you don't really see a lot of vegan yogurts have. And it's really good. I like it a lot. It's not too expensive. It's made with soy, which I like.
You know what also would go well with this? The puree, the jackfruit puree from our chia pudding. If you put that on top of this, that would be very nice as well.
Or even just a jam.
Yeah.
Any kind of jam you can find.
Mango.
Or our next recipe, the almond or the brownie bites on top of this would be so good.
Okay. Let's do the balls.
Devin loves balls.
Was that too aggressive?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just raw brownie bites. Really simple. I think they're like 5 ingredients or something.
Delicious.
They're so good. This was something I made by accident. Because
I don't know how that happens.
like I was trying to make a ball, but it wasn't something like, I'm just like, oh, I have pecans, I'll just throw it in there. Like I wasn't really aiming for anything. I was just really craving chocolate, but I didn't want to eat like a really sugary chocolate bar or something like that. So I was like, let's try and make some sort of chocolate ball or something. So I was like, let's throw pecans in here and do it. And then I ate it. I was like, this tastes like a brownie.
It was such a humble brag. I accidentally made this really good recipe. So, you know, these things just happen. The balls are great, but I want them with like, I'm going back to the yogurt because I want them with something like creamy. So like with ice cream, they would be great.
And finally, this is another thing that I ate for breakfast pretty often. Not anymore, but I used to. I'll eat the half, actually.
I was going to eat the half, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry, because that was my
I don't
half.
think I can finish a whole one, though.
I can't either.
Like, I'll take half of this half.
I'll take the other half, yeah.
I didn't split it very well.
You're horrible.
This is not my fault.
All right, these are almond butter cookies. Oh my god.
I would put this with ice cream, too.
So I've basically watched everything with ice cream. I have ice cream. But yeah, these are my favorite cookies to make when I'm just like, I want something for dessert. Something, like I want a cookie, but I don't want to make a huge mess in the kitchen, and I don't want 12 cookies. So like sometimes the recipe I even have now, I cut in half and just make 2 cookies. So that one for Hutch and one for me.
Aww.
Yeah.
Aww. I dropped some on
And
the
that way
floor.
it's a nice dessert. It cooks up in like 15 minutes. But yeah, I actually want to, in the comments, talk
What
about
would you like?
simple desserts.
Okay.
Those desserts that preferably don't require the oven and can be made, or fresh tasting, can be made really quickly. You know, that kind of stuff that like, if you unexpectedly, someone invited guests over to your house, you're like, what? And you need to whip something up.
When I think of simple desserts, I think of like ones that I probably liked as a child.
Like what?
And honestly, the first thing that comes to mind is strawberry jello.
Whoa. Is that a quick dessert? Strawberries?
No, it has to sit.
But I guess while you're eating.
It's simple though. It's completely simple. I used to really like strawberry jello.
I hate Jello.
Another one is like those cups of chocolate pudding.
Ooh, the ones you buy in the grocery store? So nothing you make.
No. Whoops.
Yeah, no. If you want to make some sort of vegan Jello, we don't have a recipe for it, but we have a vegan Jello shot that I think could be turned into regular Jello. Just, you know, minus the alcohol, if you want to do that.
Or if you know of Jello recipes that we should try.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
When my family needs a simple dessert, something we always used to do was waffle ice creams.
Ooh.
So we would just like frozen waffle.
Yeah.
Just toast that up. Some vanilla ice cream on top, and then we would get some frozen fruit from our freezer, which we always had, and just stir it up on the stove a little bit so that the juices got out, and then you just pour it over top of the ice cream and the waffles. My family used to make that all the time.
That's kind of fancy, but pretty simple.
It's so simple because you're not making anything. It's literally like throw a waffle in the toaster. Like you could, if you want to make waffles from scratch, it's a much fancier dessert. But like Eggo waffles, I don't know if they're vegan, they're probably not. But like we used to use Eggo waffles. Yeah. We used to also is it Chapman's ice cream that used to come in the box? Yeah. So we used to get that, and we would literally just slice it. Oh. So you just take a slice of ice cream and put on top.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Good times. Waffles are the best.
Waffles are the best.
Okay, so yeah, we're talking simple desserts in the comments. In the description box will be a link to all 3 recipes. Go check it out. Let us know if you make them. Also in the description box, a link to our podcast. We talk about veganism, we talk about social media, we talk about how we run our blog and do our photography and videography, any trending topics in the news. Also in the description box, a link to our merch. We have t-shirts and sweaters that say cool stuff. We want to make more of them if you like them.
Yeah.
Subscribe for new vegan recipes every Sunday. Yes. Whatever Wednesday is every other Wednesday. And
let us know future recipes you want for the summer.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I wanna
We should go.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay.
Spoon me up, Scotty.
It's sweetened with dates and a little bit of maple syrup. Wait, is maple syrup in it? No. Yeah? No. No.
Don't yell at me. I don't remember. I love strawberries so much.
But yeah, so right now I've been having this yogurt plate for breakfast, except with mango instead of blueberries and strawberries.
Oh, I love mango. I don't know what's happening to me.